We're live now. Should be. How's everyone doing? My name's Ryan. Welcome to the live show. Sorry for the delay if you're just coming in. Let me turn this down. Should be. Tonight we're going to be doing my Robinhood portfolio. My name's Ryan. Welcome to the live show. Sorry for the echo. Sorry for the delay if you're just coming in. Turn this down. Let me go ahead here. All right. Do I see Daniel in the house? Hello. Everyone, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Daniel, I know you have a show going on soon. I just wanted to hop in before you and shoot this video. I've actually been super busy. I was going to make this a video, but videos take me a number of hours, and I have a lot of things going on this week. I think tomorrow I might actually be going to the Bahamas. I talked about it in previous videos on a volunteer mission. Just a little scared about one thing. Someone just called me. I told them I was going to go, and they said, be careful with diseases if you have a pregnant wife back home. So I sent an email. I've been doing some research. If anyone knows anything about traveling into areas where there's been devastation, about threat of diseases, I don't want to bring anything home and harm my baby girl coming. So, hey, how we doing? Derek, what's up, brother? Good to see you here. Tasha, Misha, Gen X. So guys, we're going to be unveiling the Robinhood portfolio. I had a Robinhood portfolio before I embarked on buying this house about a year ago. I was building up pretty much a growth dividend portfolio, and buying this house was kind of on a whim. So I had to liquidate my stock portfolio and just kind of sit all my cash there, make sure I put enough money down on the property so when I move in a couple of years, I can cash flow positively. So I had to put a decent amount of cash down, and I got lucky that the rates were super low. So this house should be able to cash flow at about $700 a month. And it's kind of my strategy. I move around every couple of years and rent the house behind me, because you can buy real estate much cheaper if it's your private home rather than an investment property. Investment properties require much more capital, and they're harder to get. So yeah, Daniel, I'm looking at going. I got the email. My dad's here. My dad says not worth the risk. You're probably right. If I don't go, I'm still going to donate. I want to put Charlie's money to work. Guys, if you could, make sure to hit the like button and share this out. I want to jump into the portfolio. I'm going to share this out on Facebook as well. I'm going to hop in here real quick. Just want to get everyone here. I have 11 people in the chat showing here with 3 likes. So if you don't mind, just make the like button turn blue, and that'll help this video reach a bigger audience. So I'm going to jump on here. Let's jump onto here. We are live. So a pretty good week in the markets last week. It could have been worse with trade discussions going on. They didn't seem to go south. My thumbnail, I kind of messed up the first post. Is my first time using StreamYard. So yeah, the thumbnail is kind of rough, but it is what it is. I appreciate it, Gen X. You always do. What is Misha saying here? I knew this gentleman one time was traveling to another country. He went to see his healthcare provider, and he got vaccines before he just left. Talk to your healthcare provider and see what they could do. Yeah, it's probably a good strategy. They just emailed me today and said, it's your turn to go to the Bahamas. You're going to go tomorrow. And it's just all of a sudden. So I'm trying to make sure I do the right thing. Drew, thanks for coming by, brother. All right, so yeah, we got a bunch of people in the chat. Let me take a peek here. 9 watching, is that right? Okay. I'll have to change the thumbnail later because it's pretty rough. So to recap, I closed on the property, and I immediately started jumping back into the stock market. And at that time, when I was going to buy my house, Tesla dropped all the way down to $177 a share. And to me, it seemed like a great opportunity, obviously oversold. And when things become oversold like that, it piques my interest. So most of these things in the portfolio, you will see that I can't say all of them, but a lot of them are very much below their all-time highs. And that's what got me so interested in Tesla. It was just so badly beaten up. There was so much more upside potential, and I felt like the downside risk wasn't that bad. So I started, as soon as I had enough cash for my house, I started buying Tesla. And then the stock kind of runs all over the place. It runs away from me. Sometimes it'll sell off, it'll go down, I'll buy more at that time. Tesla has earnings this week, which would be very interesting to see how that happens. The Q2 earnings, the stock sold off. I expect the same thing to happen. I think that they are going to not be profitable. And what makes me think that is because they're raising the cost on the Tesla Model 3. And the car I just bought, they just raised the cost of the car by $1,000, and they increased the cost of full self-driving by $1,000. So it makes me think that they're not making enough profit on the Tesla Model 3. So that's what made me jump back in the market, and then finding all these awesome other investors here on YouTube and just being aware of other opportunities that presented themselves. I started buying different things, and we'll jump into it and go over. So we got 10 in the house. Few minutes in. All right, so let me get up on the, Derek, you still here? You are probably one of my few friends on here that might be able to mirror my portfolio. It's probably different than most. Nowhere near as big as Gen X, but that's okay, one day. So let me share the screen here. Let me go ahead here. I'm new to StreamYard, so bear with me, guys. Share screen. Let's go Chrome tab. Okay, I just saw my mom came in. I'll say hi to her. All right, so here we go. Here is my Robinhood portfolio. All right. Excited, Derek, you are a fellow crypto investor, and excited to get your thoughts on the market overall. So let's jump into it. So right now I have a total of $11,778.85 in the portfolio. And the portfolio consists of stocks and cryptocurrencies. Different kinds of stocks in different sectors, and also just different kinds of growth stocks versus dividend stocks. Typically, I want this account to be a performance account. I'll go over the performance of how the account is done. I've had it for about 3 months, and right now I'm pretty happy with the way I'm beating the SPY, which we'll talk about. Cosmos Group. Hello, Cosmos Group. Thanks for coming in. Can I enlarge it? Danny, you would be really good at this, so let me see if I can do that. Let's make it bigger. All right, I'm going to make it bigger like this. So now you guys can just hear my voice, and we can look at the portfolio. Is that better, guys? Hey, Black Vito in the house. Gen X, the pros and cons of buying crypto on Robinhood versus real crypto. Yeah, there's definitely probably more secure ways of having your own secured wallet, but buying it on an exchange like this, I feel like it's a good way to get exposure to it. Right now, cryptocurrency holds about 20% of the portfolio, and I'm gonna allow it to run up to 30. And once it starts hitting 30, I'll start selling off part of the portfolio. Yeah, Danny, you can't see me now. But I'm okay with that because the portfolio is probably more important than my face right now. So this is what we have here. So we're just going to go line by line. We'll make it relatively quick and go from there. So if Kevin was here, he'd be happy to see our good friend Facebook in the portfolio. I own 6 shares of Facebook currently. I would love to own a lot more. And my the current market price is $185.87. My average cost is $181.59. It takes up about 9.47% of the portfolio. And what I intend to do with Facebook moving forward is they get hit with a lot of bad news, whether it's data breach. They seem to have a hard time holding people's data, privacy, things like that. The government's always prying into them. The stock sells off at those times. But Facebook has one of the best balance sheets in the stock market, and we all use the product. They have billions and billions of users and will continue growing. And they're actually dabbling in the crypto space as well with the Libra. So that is, can you guys see me scrolling real quick? I'm getting used to this. Yeah, I see myself scrolling, okay. So Facebook is a company I will add anytime bad news hits to lower my dollar cost average. And I believe Facebook will continue to be a big company for many years to come. And especially with Instagram growing in popularity, we're all on there every day. A huge opportunity for companies to advertise their products, and Facebook will just continue to soak up a lot of that revenue. So that's one of my holdings is Facebook. So let's see how we go back here. Danny, I appreciate all your help, man. All right, so my next holding is Tesla. We'll jump in here. Tesla is currently trading at $256.60 a share. I own 18 shares of them at a dollar cost average of $203.90. It takes up about 39% of the portfolio. And yeah, I'm waiting for earnings. I think they will likely get beaten up on earnings. I feel like Tesla's a good buy. Anytime it's under $240 a share, I'd rather not increase my dollar cost average, but if it doesn't seem to be trading in the range south of $230, I wouldn't mind buying in the 240, under the 240 range as well. So it's kind of carrying, I'm up about 25 bucks per share, and I have 18 shares. And you'll see when I go over my overall performance of the portfolio, it's really helping. And yeah, I'm super bullish on Tesla for many reasons. I've made videos about it. I will continue to make videos about it. I think right now they have the Model 3 is just underpriced. I just bought the car, and it's easily the best car I've ever owned. And it's probably one of the best cars in the world. I bought a self-driving robo-taxi for $45,000. Think about that. The richest man in the world could not buy a car with this much technology 5 years ago, and me, just the average Joe, was able to buy one. They are changing the world, and more people are going to wake up to it. So let's go back over here. All right, so we have Tesla. All right, the next holding, Baba. I want to increase this position. The stock dropped all the way down to $155 one day, and that's what I bought it at, my one share. And the problem with Develo's Vlogs is Develo's Vlogs is an expensive car. Yeah, it's an expensive, Tesla's an expensive car, but the Model 3, think about it, it's probably the best car in the world that you can buy with full self-driving for $45,000. That's a steal, personally. So anyways, let's talk about Alibaba. So I bought it at $155. I wanted to put a lot more money in. Just I couldn't get more money on the exchange that day. And from that day forward, it kind of shot up to like the $180 range, and it's coming down to $170. I've been looking for trade talks to get bad and see Baba fall back under $160 and buy more. But I'm kind of getting a little impatient with it, so I'll probably add in the lower 160s here shortly. Dave, you missed my my position in Tesla. Charlie, hey buddy, I was just mentioning, and I messaged you on Instagram. I was planning to go to the Bahamas tomorrow, but there's some concerns of disease. Long story short, I will either donate your money if I'm unable to go, or I'll have some footage of me going there. So, but yeah, gentlemen, if you just joined, Dave, if you just joined, I'm just unveiling my Robinhood portfolio that I've created this portfolio over the last 3 months. And I've put close to, you'll see how much I've put in the market, but right now the portfolio after 3 months stands at $11,781. All right, the next stop I bought was AbbVie. AbbVie is currently trading. It had a great week last week. Even on Friday when other stocks were selling off, AbbVie was upwards on the chart. And I own 12 shares at a dollar cost average of $66.67. One thing I can't stand about Robinhood is that they're dividend yields are always wrong. I know AbbVie's paying over a 6% dividend. They were obviously very discounted. Gen X just made a great video about AbbVie and why you should buy it. I should have bought more, I said, at those prices. But the healthcare sector comes with some risk. We'll have to see what happens with the possibility of single payer insurance and things like that in the future. So there's other things I'm interested in that may be more disruptive technology, but AbbVie was obviously oversold. If you look at the 1-year chart and the 5-year chart, I'm sorry, the 1-year chart, let me go over here. The dividend Bible, you're right. The 1-year chart, AbbVie, oh, sorry, that's my portfolio's performance. I wanted the 1-year chart on AbbVie. Let me go back here. So yeah, AbbVie, all the way back over here, it's still not trading near its previous highs. I believe it was over $100 and something a share. Yeah, Black Veto. Robinhood, the only reason I'm using it is because I can also buy crypto with it. It's easier. It's a portfolio strategy I'm trying to build using cryptocurrency with dividend growth stocks and growth stocks. So that's kind of why I'm using it currently. As the portfolio gets bigger, I'll maybe move over to a bigger brokerage. But for right now, it's doing what I want it to do. All right, so AbbVie is a position 12 shares. The next holding I have is 3M. 3M, another company, has had a terrible year as far as valuation of the stock. And I've been able to acquire 9 shares at a dollar cost average, $160.03, taking up about 12% of the portfolio. I think sorry, I'm reading you guys' comments as I'm going. I still think it's a good discount at this price. I would love to grow this position more and more. Obviously, 3M's a dividend king. They've raised their dividend for shareholders for 50 consecutive years. Think about all the economies it's been through. Just a rock solid company. I did a collaboration with Citizen of the Year. Going in depth, the company has over 60,000 products they sell. They're international. Just a world-class company that is on a big discount this year. And it's been a good opportunity to add it to the portfolio. And I want to keep on buying more because I don't know how long they will be this discounted for. So I know there's some global slowdown going on. I'm not a person that believes we're going to go back into a big recession. I actually believe that there's so much fear in the market of a recession. It's kind of pricing in the pullback already. I mean, think about back in history. Most of the major recessions occur after the market is euphoric. Whether it's housing, when no one thinks housing prices will ever go down and they overbid prices, or the dot-com bubble, or even the crypto bubble. All these bubbles that crash and really hurt the economy are from people being overly euphoric about it. There's a lot of caution in the market, and I think it's allowing it to stabilize pricing, and I'm not fearful of a major recession. I actually think we're more likely to go into a major boom cycle in the next coming years. So, hello, let's welcome to the chat. Travis, thanks for checking in, brother. Dave, I think I said hi to you, but I appreciate you always being here. Who else do we have in the chat? Malone Money Mindset, how's it going, brother? I see you're at all the New York sporting events, man. Too bad the Yanks couldn't make it back to the World Series this year, but I saw you were at a hockey game today, brother. Looks like a good time. Flaming Profits, welcome to the live chat. All right, guys, so we're just going over the Robinhood portfolio, which is currently at $11,783.02. You will see the price still moving because I also hold cryptocurrency in here that never stopped trading. This portfolio will move in value tomorrow as we get opening bell with the stock market. And we'll talk more about some things I'm looking to do moving forward. Hello, Janet. Welcome to the chat. All right. So let's go check out the next holding, Waste Management. Now, Waste Management's the one stock in the portfolio that I don't believe is at a deep discount by any means, but it's just a great company to hold. I mean, there's always going to be trash I own 7 shares at a dollar cost average of $115.99. I'm owning things like cryptocurrency and Tesla, some very volatile assets. It's really nice to own something that's just kind of steady. If you look at their chart, it just always kind of moves in a nice upward trend. It doesn't really turn your stomach too much. If you look at the 5-year, you really can't go wrong with a company like Waste Management. Like I said, I'm in some more volatile asset classes, so having a company like this take up a part of the portfolio kind of rest my stomach on those bumpy days in the market. So again, 7 shares so far. I'll add more, and like I said, you can't really go wrong with Waste Management. All right, so we have Waste Management, and then the next holding is a tip I got from Dave with CVS. Dave from Hidden Freedom Investing, and that was CVS. I dipped my toe in the water on it. I'm actually slowing it down because as far as my position in healthcare, I really rather get into some Johnson & Johnson right now. They're under $130 a share. At opening bell tomorrow, I'm gonna place a limit order for around $127. It's time to add them to the portfolio. They're as far as healthcare, that's the company I want exposure to. Another dividend king. But CVS, I was interested in them because their chart also showed they seem to be discounted and their revenues are growing. So I think there's definitely some value here. If you look at even their 5-year chart, they're down 17% on their 5-year chart. So like I said, the company has recently made some big acquisitions. They're growing their volume. I'm not in love with them in the portfolio. Like I said, I'd rather own a company like Johnson & Johnson for healthcare. Just because with the political winds that could stir, I think Johnson & Johnson will deflect a lot of that more because they're such an innovative company. We're always going to need innovation in medical care, and they'll be around for a long time. Yeah, Dave, you're right. You're right. So hello, Cosmos, Janet, D-Litz. D-Litz, I've been building this Robinhood portfolio for the last 3 months. So I'm in it for 3 months. So we'll go over the performance. I am beating the S&P 500. We have 16 in the chat, people. Thank you for coming. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. If you can share off the stream, it's greatly appreciated. And like I said, we're just going through the Robinhood portfolio for the first time. I've been building this quietly on the side and having some fun with it. So, all right. So that is my stock positions. This company here, I don't even know what it is, AFA. I referred the stock to a friend. Actually, in this description below, if you don't have Robinhood, if you want a free stock, click my referral link and sign up for Robinhood. You get a free stock, I get a free stock. It's pretty much a win-win. So feel free to check that out if you don't have a portfolio already and you just want to get a free stock. So the last part of the portfolio that makes me different from a lot of other people, I think, is cryptocurrency. I'm only buying 2, and I'll explain the strategy behind it. I'm buying Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash. So I know some people are talking about getting back into Bitcoin around 3,000. Well, guys, this is like getting into Bitcoin at 3,000 because Bitcoin Cash, which if you don't know, is a fork of Bitcoin. And it was kind of led by Roger Ver and Jihan Wu. They just disagreed overall with the direction that Bitcoin Core was going into. And shortly after they forked, this coin here was trading near $4,000 a coin. And it crashed all the way down to, I think for a second, like $80. And it's trading in the lower 200s right now. So it's at a steep discount compared to its all-time highs. And it's got the Bitcoin brand, and also it has much cheaper transaction fees. And it's really led by an evangelist, a longtime Bitcoin enthusiast, Roger Ver, who I believe in. All these projects that I have, whether it's the CEO or whatnot, I believe in the leadership. You have to have competent leadership, and the people behind the project are passionate. And just overall, the altcoins didn't get the bump that Bitcoin Core got. Bitcoin Core traded all the way down to the 3,000 level, then went all the way back to 13,000. The altcoins did not get the same bump yet, and they will likely be in the next boom cycle. So it's not a bad time to get some exposure to some of these top altcoins. They're not as volatile, speculating into some of these lower ones, but Bitcoin Cash has the 5th biggest market cap, and it's not going anywhere. So there's a lot of users, especially in Asia, Australia. They're actually growing the network a lot better than Bitcoin Core. So, and then the other coin I'm buying, which is also at a steep discount, is Ethereum, which I believe is the number 2 in market cap in the cryptocurrency market. Let's check it out over here. I don't know where that went. Let's go back to Ethereum. Yeah, Dave, it could be considered a gamble to put your money into crypto, but projects like Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash, they're very solid, and I really believe in just the overall trend of decentralization. If you look at everything in our life, even something like YouTube, how it's decentralized, content creation, as whenever you have censorship and resistance against anything, freedom of movement, this is probably going to rebuild the internet. I believe cryptography in a more decentralized way. I really believe it has that kind of potential, which could disrupt major corporations and sovereignty of nations. It has that capability, and the whole market cap is around $230 billion. It's very small. It's very small. So there's such huge upside in the potential of it, and it's already had huge boom cycles. So just trading from the boom and bust cycle, right now we're in a bear market. The next boom cycle, I think, there's not a better asset class aside from crypto. So, but if you look at the 5, you look at a chart like this, like it's extremely volatile, extremely volatile. So Ethereum's another one, trading at $175 a coin. It ran all the way up to 1,200 during the last boom. So you could likely see a revisit of those highs in the near future. So I'm not sure if there's any other crypto enthusiasts here. Hey, Dragon Lady, thanks for coming in. Rick, thanks for coming in. We're talking a little bit about cryptocurrency and some potential in some of the top altcoins. And guys, like, none of this is financial advice. I should have said that when we first started, but it's just some opportunity. So I have a couple $1,000s into cryptocurrency. Like I said, it's taking up about 20% of this portfolio. That is at $11,779.87. So overall, let's talk performance. So how have I done these last 3 months? Everyone here asked, Ryan, how long have you had this portfolio for? I just started building it when I closed on my house. And like I said, the first stock I bought was Tesla because it was grossly oversold. But there was a lot of other discounts in the market. The market's been extremely volatile, and I believe it's creating a lot of opportunities. And over the last 3 months, I've been able to post a return of 5.51%, and I'm up $614. Not getting rich by any means, but there's no point in being a stock picker or picking asset classes if you just can't simply beat the S&P 500. So it's a fun thing for us all to do, and if we can beat the market, it's worth our research and time. And as this portfolio grows, and if I can continue to outperform the market, that'll compound me a lot of money over time. So like I said, a 5.5% return just over 3 months. Hopefully I can continue this rate of return. But a lot of things, like I said, I'm investing in some very volatile assets, companies like Tesla, cryptocurrencies. These things can swing up and down 10, 20% like nothing. So, and that you can just see this graph moving. Crypto is moving up and down nonstop. So, but let's compare that. So over the last 3 months, I am up 5.5%. Let's check on the good old SPY, something our friend Charlie here likes to trade a few times a week. So the SPY over the last 3 months has returned negative 0.51%. So I'm beating the market by 6%. And that to me, that's a significant number. 6% is and I think I could do better moving forward, or at least I'm trying my best to do that. I'm picking assets that I believe will grossly outperform the market. And that's why people are, like they said, they really are fearful of a recession coming, but the market's just kind of sideways in the last, when Trump first got elected, we ran into this, bull run, but with all the trade talk, like the market's been stagnant. And I really believe the major recessions come after major boom cycles. And I just don't see the boom, and I could be missing something. So feeding you information. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I definitely want to increase the BABA position. I'm waiting for more bad news to come out of China, and I wanted to increase the position further, but I just couldn't get more money on the exchange. Robinhood will let me put like $1,000 a day in the market, and I think I've had to increase that over time. So I just need to do a better job of keeping money on the exchange. I think right now I only have like $94 or something. So it's just difficult to get money on the exchange. Harry Dent, yeah. Yeah, Travis, you can't go wrong with the SPY. So guys, we have 18 in the chat. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, just gently tap that thumbs up button. And yeah, I appreciate it. So what do you guys think of the portfolio? Like I said, I really would like this over time to really stack up into great companies. Like I love what I own 3M for. I'm going to be able to soak up nice dividends. I'm going to buy more 3M Waste Management. But I want to use these companies like Tesla or cryptocurrencies to kind of supercharge the performance and gain more of the cream of the crop companies of the world. I believe Alibaba is the cream of the crop company. I believe Facebook is, even though they don't yield dividends, they're certainly great companies. Malone, thanks for hitting the like button. You can't buy crypto in Maryland. I lived in Maryland for 1 year. I lived in Baltimore, and yeah, they're like really, you can't buy like alcohol on the weekends. You can't buy crypto. You can't do anything fun there. Gen X, my position in this portfolio is 20%, and I'm going to keep it at a 20% weight. And if the boom cycle occurs or we get run-ups, I'll sell off as it becomes 30% of the portfolio. But I think beyond that, I wanted to work. I'm coming up with my own little Ryan Giffen hedge fund here, growth portfolio. That's what I'll call it. I'll put my own stamp on it. So that's why I'm using Robinhood, because I can buy that asset in here. And I think Robinhood is unique with that. They're a brokerage that are offering people the opportunity to buy it. And I think you'll likely see other brokerages follow in the future, just like they followed with no commission fees. Like I said, there's a lot of things we can complain about Robinhood about, but they've been not scared to push the envelope in a lot of things that are creating more competition in the space. Oh, I see. I meant I can't buy crypto in Robinhood in Maryland. I should have clarified. Yeah, I don't understand. I love Maryland. I have a lot of good friends there, actually. I went to some Oriole games. It was a good time. So, yeah, I'll jump back in for the guys that came in. I think I got the kind of MO of being the Tesla guy. You want your phone? Yeah. Sorry, my wife's here. Come over and say hi. They can't see me right now. But yeah, the Tesla position right now is treating me pretty well. I bought heavily on the way down. My dollar cost average is at $230.90 and 18 shares. I want to grow that bigger. My goal is $10,000 into Tesla. I'm going to put this on my phone so I can see. I didn't even share it on Facebook. So, guys, thank you everyone for joining me on the live stream. I just shared it to Facebook. I meant to share it earlier. But yeah, what do you guys think of the portfolio overall? Any other opportunities you think I'm missing? Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to add Johnson & Johnson, and I'll likely push this portfolio over $12,000 and just continue to grow. Charlie, thanks for dropping by, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to start playing around with option calls on the SPY, man. It's hard not to be a little bit jealous that every week you're walking away with another, $500 to $1,000. Yeah, Dave, I agree. Yeah, Travis. Like I said, we could see Tesla go back to those levels if earnings are bad, if they miss expectations. And yeah, so you could see it revisit those prices. I was actually considering selling a little bit off, but I don't have that much in there at the moment to move around. I see Tesla going back over 300 and breaking through 400 in the next couple of years as Shanghai starts producing massive amounts of cars and the Model Y comes out. They're going to unveil the truck. They just have a lot of things that are going to go for them well, I believe, and we'll see. So yeah, Gen X, it's definitely meant to be aggressive. So guys, I should preface that this is actually a very small part of like my portfolio or net worth. Most of my money is actually indexed. I in my retirement accounts, I'm pretty much buying the S&P 500. That's where the vast majority of my income is. But I like to use things like this to help, supercharge my returns and invest in assets that I believe are underpriced that have a lot of upside potential. And we'll see how that goes. I'm documenting it all here on my channel. So we'll see if it's a good strategy or not. For YouTube, Dana, just for YouTube. So let me see, how many do we have in the chat? I appreciate all the people showing up tonight. We have 15 still in the chat. See you 1 month recap. All right, guys. So I am up now to $11,783 as crypto. It hit a low yesterday. Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash were kind of selling off, and Bitcoin Cash has rallied 5% today, and Ethereum 3%. So they said they're very volatile, but I think everyone should really try to study it deeper. What's going on in cryptocurrency? There's a lot of talent over there. There's a lot of worthwhile projects that could likely change what the future looks like, and I'm just attracted to investing in things that are going to change the future, make it better. Gen X, what made me pick up Baba versus BidU, IQ, Techie? That's a good question. Just because I had bigger exposure to Baba, I just understood them better. I'm not as well educated on those other companies, so I try to buy things I have an understanding of. But yes, I have a very small position. I bought it for $155, and China's a very funny thing. Have any of you guys been following what's going on with their new credit system? It's like a social caste system. Like, a lot of things about China kind of freak me out, but they're definitely a growing market, and Baba isn't going anywhere. And right now in my market, I'm actually starting to buy products from Alibaba. They're very well priced. I know a lot of people in e-commerce buy products on there themselves. So I'm just more familiar with the product. I've used the service. I mean, everything on here, all my holdings, like I've, liked it enough to use the product or service. So I feel like I have an understanding towards it. So I try to start off with things like that. MTV Remix in the house. Yeah, China's being really strange right now. So, but they're likely to continue being that way in the future. So, like I said, I'm eyeing building a position in J&J as they're sold off right now. And because like I said, crypto's creeping too much on the majority of, they're up to the 20% level, and I want to add more crypto, but I don't want to get too overly weighted in them, where I think in this portfolio, I can stomach some of these assets being non-correlated. So one goes up, one goes down. I like holding non-correlated assets because it helps me stomach bad days in either market if one can offset them. Gen X, yeah, their financial reporting is probably not the best. I mean, look, Jack Ma, the founder, I know he's no longer even on the chair anymore, but again, I tend to gravitate towards, talented CEOs or well, I don't know. He had a charisma about him, and it lured me into the story of the company, and they report great earnings. The financials look great. I know Kevin's done some videos about them that show. And I gotta say, Kevin and a friend of mine had a lot of influence. I'm sorry. Sorry, my screen just jumped out. So yeah, just having a better understanding towards the product, Gen X, of actually using it and having people around me be bullish on it allowed me to look further into it. And look, I want to buy more. So yeah, yeah. Neo should have lied about their earnings. I think out of China that would have helped them. They're a penny stock. I thought about looking at them, seeing if they're oversold, but I don't know. They're probably likely going out of business. We'll see. I think Tesla moving into China will likely knock them out of business. So yeah, guys, that's what I've been up to over here, and that's what's in the portfolio. So thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, I'm probably off to I don't know. I might be going to the Bahamas tomorrow. That's why I wanted to get this video up. I felt like a live stream was easier to do it, and versus, like I said, I take hours and hours to make a video, and I just don't have the time this week. So Black Vito says, I study crypto. I'd say some of them have real intrinsic value, notwithstanding lesser informed people thinking otherwise. That said, I don't invest in crypto. Yeah, like I said, everything I invest in something like Tesla or crypto is essentially money I'm okay with losing, if that makes sense. Like I can live without it, but I just feel like the upside potential, just the risk reward ratio is there, especially at these prices. Like I said, Bitcoin Cash at $223. It's extremely cheap, I believe, and Ethereum too. Ethereum has such a big network, so many people building platforms on top of it. I just feel like these are extremely cheap prices. Yeah, Daniel, I appreciate it. I'm kind of a little freaked out. A lot of people are informing me not to go. So either way, I want to. I mean, at Spending Jar, like you said, he sent me money. I want to make sure that money goes to work. So I might just donate money to the Bahamas if I don't go. So we'll see. Yeah, where is Jose, man? That's funny. So, guys, if you're, yeah, still these people here. So, yeah. So, Tesla, you guys missed the bounce. I think there's another opportunity this week to add. I'm sure the short sellers will be all over it. Hey, Money Matters in the house. We're just talking about the little portfolio I built here over the last few months. Good to see you. Your freedom. So yeah, I think next week it will hopefully be an opportunity to add more Tesla. And we'll see. AbbVie is kind of running away. I'd like to get some more AbbVie. 3M is still in a value range, I believe. Money Matters. I know that's a position that you were buying and got in a little bit early on this dip. So I don't know. Are you dollar cost averaging back in at these prices, or are you just waiting for it to come back? Yeah, Dave. I think there's probably gonna be a lot of shorts on Tesla going into earnings. So it'll probably crash back down into the 230, 220 range. But we'll see. So yeah, guys. So I'm happy I'm beating the S&P 500 by 6%. And excited to scoop up some dividends and reinvest those back in the market and just see what the market is presenting as far as value of things to add. And then apart from this, every week I'm putting cash into a Wealthfront account, accumulating. Sorry, I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to come back on the screen. Accumulating 2% on Wealthfront. So I'm building a position to buy some more real estate. But I actually have another investment opportunity I've been presented with. I'm going to be talking about it on the channel here in the next coming weeks. Yeah, Money Matters. I was saying that I'm going to be buying J&J tomorrow with the lawsuit news that hit on Friday. I think they're down 5%. It's time to get in. It's time to get in. J&J is a great company. Whenever you can get them on discount, I think it's probably the right call. So. Gentlemen, that's why, Dave, I agree with you. That's why it's good to have this community, have conversations and bounce ideas off. And, people are really quick about reporting value in the market. when something is oversold and they're buying things and kind of put a spotlight on it. And especially with seasoned investors like you guys, like, Dave and Money Matters and all you guys. It's so valuable to have you guys kind of, on my, I shouldn't say on my team, but in the community. Intrinsic value, I'd say Ethereum over Bitcoin. Tesla is the only car I want, not a Lambo, not a Maserati, a Tesla. You're right. Tesla has such a great brand, and the $40 billion market cap, I think, is very justifiable. Google's already tried to purchase them. I think Apple will continue to try to purchase them possibly in the future. Apple has $200 billion sitting in the bank they don't know what to do with because they don't have an innovative CEO anymore. So $40 billion would be a steal for one of these companies to pick them up. Worst case scenario for Tesla. So I feel like it's not as risky as people think to buy. Money matters. Yeah, got to keep the bullets, so it'll be better off shot than in the bank account. So, but guys, thank you all for joining me. We've been on for how long now? Been on close to an hour. So, yeah, like I said, keep posted. I have a backlog of videos. I'm doing a collaboration with Mike the Investor coming up in the next week, and also I need to respond to Passive Income Tom. I did kind of a collaboration video with a lot of channels asking them their why and as to why they invest. So I'm kind of working on that, and then a lot of other things coming up. So I just wanted to get this video out, and as always, guys, I appreciate you coming to the chat. Any last questions before I get going? I'll give it a minute and I'll hop off. It's all good. Money matters. Yeah, Black Vito, I feel you. A Tesla, dude. And I was saying earlier in the chat that at $45,000 for a self-driving, high-tech, innovative car, I think it's cheap. I think Tesla's selling it too cheap. I think when they want to have everyone drive a Tesla, we're just still, I think, 5 years away from the battery cost being where it needs to be. And they went from the high-end market trying to go after this mid-market, and that probably they should have tried to go more after the kind of like the people that buy maybe 3-class BMW or things like that, vehicles like that. So how was the West Coast property searching? Dave, yeah, I'm peeking at the West Coast. I wanted to team up with my brother on buying a property over there. Right now I have a really interesting investment idea I'm going to make a video about that I might deploy a lot of capital to. So real estate might wait. Like I said, it might help me diversify my portfolio as far as my net worth. Like a lot of, between the mortgages, like I have so much vested in real estate already, and trying to get more back in the market and having an investment opportunity that's non-correlated with the market that I might add before adding more real estate. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So. Musa. All right, guys. Yeah, let me get off of here because everyone go check out Daniel's live stream tonight with Musa Hussein, the life insurance investment, something like that. I'm trying. Yeah, it is. I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm having lunch with a gentleman again this week, and I want to look at it more. I want to be more educated when I make a video about it. So I'm doing my homework on it, and I want to make sure it's a good investment. Money matters. I'm in Palm Beach, Florida. South Florida. Yeah, Dave, I'll definitely let you know more about it, dude. The returns seem insane. And I want to make sure I can sleep well with doing it. And I'll talk about it all in a video, and I'm going to make it very thorough. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely see. So. Money matters. What state are you in? So, and guys, like I said, make sure to go over to Informed Trades to check out their live stream. Don't forget, it starts at 8 o'clock Central Standard, so it starts exactly in 26 minutes. Dave, yeah, like I said, I'm going to make a whole video about it. I personally don't think I think it's a very humanistic investment to make. I think you're helping people. We're going to North Dakota, man. Oh, from Arizona, I'm living in Germany now. Oh man, you're all over the place. Yeah, probably miss Arizona. Arizona, though, I love warm weather. Some people like cold weather. I lived in upstate New York for 2 years, Baltimore for a year. and I got extremely homesick. Yeah, I didn't know people lived in North Dakota either. I thought that's just where we got gasoline from. Not kidding. North Dakota, I'm sure it's beautiful. Kevin, you missed the portfolio, bro. Yeah, Money Matters. When they said West Coast, they were referring to kind of the Gulf Coast, Florida, the Gulf Coast of Florida, the West Coast. Kevin, I'm beating the S&P 500, man, by 6%. I'm a genius. No, I'm kidding. We'll see if I can do it over time. Beating the market over time is extremely difficult to do. People who are much smarter than I struggle doing it. So, Kevin, Kevin's got a lot of good content coming up, guys. UBI, all different kinds of cool stuff, man. Kevin, I'll show you real quick my return since you just popped in. Right now, it fluctuates by the second because I'm holding cryptocurrency. So, but if we go over here, I started this portfolio 3 months ago. I'm up 5.49% in 3 months overall, with a return of $612. And my benchmark I'm trying to beat is the SPY, which in those same 3 months are returning negative 0.51%. Sorry, I'm reading dividend investor noob. You're right, bro. You are right. Investing in great companies, but I just want to make sure that that all this time and energy that goes into finding a good investment and going through the pain of it, that I'm at least beating the SPY, because why not just buy the SPY? I mean, most hedge fund managers can't even do it, you know? So we'll see, guys. We'll see how things move forward. Like I said, I'm buying dividend investor noob. I am buying a dividend king tomorrow, Johnson and Johnson. So I am definitely doing that as well. But I am also speculating into growth stocks and cryptocurrencies. So or more than your withdrawal rate, yeah. So we'll see how this portfolio grows. I like to keep it for a long time, but Manny in the house. But I sometimes other investments happen. That's like when I bought this house, I sold off a good portfolio I had. I was buying Southern Company at $40 a share. I was buying Johnson and Johnson in like the 115 range. So that was I had to let go of some really good positions. Manny, good to see you, brother. I'm just going over. I know, Manny, you said you also invest in cryptocurrency. We talked about once. I was just going over how it sits in my portfolio. It maybe makes me a little bit different than a lot of other people in our community here. I know you buy it, Derek buys it, and some other people. So, yeah, guys, make sure everyone in the chat, make sure you're getting to know each other. Anyone that I'm talking to on here, if you don't know them, they're phenomenal content. Manny, Dave, Kevin, Travis, Spending Jar, Daniel, Rick, Gen X. I mean, make sure you're following these channels. So, all right. So we got people just hopped in, but guys, real quick, if you just hopped in, we can probably catch up later on Daniel's live stream. I got to do a couple things to get ready for work, so I'll kind of be off and on it. But make sure you are over there. I'm excited. Musa Hussein has a nice portfolio as well, and it'll be interesting to talk about his thoughts on the market as well. So, see, we are down to 14 in the chat. Hop back over here. All right, guys, so I'm going to go back and fix my thumbnail on this video because it looked horrible, and we'll go from there. Eventually, you'll beat the SPY. It's a long-term game. J&J will be great. I hope they're out of the woods with the lawsuits. Yeah, I think it's buying opportunities. These companies have so much capital. They can fend off these lawsuits. It's not a big deal. And J&J, my uncle used to actually work for J&J, and he made so many life-saving heart valves and things like that. They are such an innovative company. They have some of the best talented engineers. I'm telling you that they're not going anywhere. The world needs their innovation. Yeah, good luck to the Cowboys. The Giants sucked it up today. That was pretty lousy. That's why I hopped on this time because I don't want to interfere anyone's football time. So enjoy football, ladies and gentlemen. Gen X, have a good night, and until next time.